Hey guys, today I'm joined by Liz and Amaury from Bad Habits Tattoo in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're going to be diving into how Bad Habits started and how it's transformed over the last couple of years with incorporating laser tattoo removal. So I'm super excited to have you both here. Thank you so much. I know you guys are probably have a very busy schedule. So thank you for taking the time. Yeah, of course. So I guess we'll just get right into it. If you guys could just go into a little bit about how Bad Habits Tattoo actually started, that would be great.
I have started 2013. Before that, I used to work for a couple of studios, and then I kind of decided to take a break to myself. And I was working on my own salon for a couple of years. After that, then my clientele grew up like big enough where I had to get my own place, and pretty much that's how I have it started. And little by little, it's been transcending to be like a high-end studio, which is what it is now. And that's pretty much it from the beginning to now.
Okay, cool. And Liz, can you go into a little bit about how you got started with Bad Habits?
So we've been together for 12 years.
Oh,
I think a year or maybe 2 years after we started dating, he opened up the tattoo shop, the studio. And I was working at the time at the hospital. I do breast biopsies, needle okes. I used to work at a women's center for 10 years.
cool.
And then one day, 5 years ago, actually 5 years ago in September, he came across an ad from New Look Laser College. So we looked at it together, and he was like, wow, that should be like, a good addition to the business, because he specializes in cover-ups. It's one of the styles that he does. And so at the beginning, we just thought of it as, to try to help the people that wanted cover-ups, to fade tattoos a little bit so that he can cover it up.
Yep.
So I went ahead and took the class. I loved it. I fell in love with, everything about it. It was super interesting to me. And then we decided to purchase. I think we purchased like a couple months after.
A couple months after,
or
yeah.
a year after, I'm not sure.
Less than a year.
Less than a year after I took the class. And so I started doing it just Saturdays, because I worked at the hospital Monday through Friday. And it started all kind of like a hobby, but really not something that I thought I would be doing full time today. And so same thing happened. I started working Saturdays, then Saturdays weren't enough. It was so many clients, and I was already making more money working 4 days a month than working the whole Monday through Friday at the hospital. And so I decided to leave the hospital and do it full time. It's been already 2.5 years that I've been doing it full time. We're actually open for laser from Monday through Saturday. Sunday is the only day that we don't do laser here at the studio. And we're booked in advance for like 3 months. We already have another employee doing laser with me because I'm not enough.
Wow.
And so, yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, that's awesome. So taking a step back a little bit, but you mentioned styles, and I'd love to know more about like what styles you guys offer at Bad Habits.
Well, we offer pretty much everything. We have an artist that does color realism. We have a Polynesian. I usually do Japanese cover-ups, anything with color, new school. We have black and gray as well. We have a fine line. We have pretty much everything here at the shop.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So what would you guys say really sets you apart, Bad Habits, from other, let's say, tattoo studios?
Well, I think that the difference, besides the fact that we do have the tattoos plus the laser, which is going to be the new standard, we also have like a very high-end look from the beginning. We try to look up to par for the clients because we have two different type of clientele. So we like to be appealing for both of them. And also, we don't want to look like a regular studio. We don't want to look like a high-end studio where people are going to get what they pay for.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, and I know laser tattoo removal is definitely becoming like a new standard with a lot of tattoo shops these days. So if you could, I know you said you saw an ad for NLLC. Can you go into a little bit more about why you decided to partner with Astanza and really add on the laser tattoo removal for your shop?
Well, I think after looking and studying, like I spoke to David back a couple months back, and I explained in my study a little bit about the technology and the community on laser tattoo removal. I saw how advanced compared to back in the days when it used to leave scars, where everybody knows by scar and leaving the skin like light on the spot where the tattoo was. I saw that all that stuff was like taken care of, and now you can enjoy of a regular skin. There's no sensitivity. When I saw Astanza was the company accomplishing all those things, and they pretty much do what they said they are. So I went with them, and I was like, this gotta be. And we just went with them, and until this day, the relationship with them has been nothing but great. Everybody on the team is like super friendly. It doesn't even feel like it's like a big company that you're doing business with. It feels like a second family.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. I mean, obviously we try to portray ourselves in that way, and we want to have a really close relationship with our clients, but it's always good to hear that you guys feel that same way as well. So.
Yeah, and the class is great. The class really gets you excited about it, and everything they teach in detail, you know, like laser physics. You learn a little bit of everything. You get to practice on clients.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of information that you get from the class.
Yeah.
And so that gets people really interested in, you know, becoming a part of it.
Yeah, for sure. And Liz, you kind of mentioned already about how you guys, you know, have started and how you've maneuvered, you know, throughout the past couple of years. But could you talk to me a little bit more about how you've seen Bad Habits transform from that first day, you know, to adding laser tattoo removal, and then on top of that, collaborating with NLLC as well?
Yes, so he started the shop basically by himself. At the very beginning, it was a small studio. And then it started growing little by little, more artists joining his team. And then we added laser tattoo removal. And then there was more people coming in. And we grew so much that we had to open a new location. So right now we went from 1,500 square feet.
No, it was 1,000 to now we on a
1,000.
Yeah, we are in a 3,000 square feet location now.
Yeah, now we have 2 stories. We have 6 rooms on the top, 2 rooms on the bottom. So you can tell.
Yeah, the addition of the laser, not only for the there's a lot of benefits because the revenue changes. It gives you so much more, and the people are like more understandable. It's something, even though it's been on the market for a long time, it's very new for a lot of people. So allow us to educate the people onto what we're looking to do with everything, and give the people the opportunity to have a second chance if they want to fix a tattoo or if they don't want to see it anymore. You know?
So they have everything here. They have from, okay, you want to get a cover, we can light it up for you and you can get exactly what you want, as opposed to getting something that would just cover what you don't want, to just getting rid of it completely. So it's a complete formula.
Yeah.
No, yeah. One thing we like to say at Astanza is that tattooing and tattoo removal go better together.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, like cover-ups and fading and whatnot, that's like a great testament to that as well, and what you guys are doing at Bad Habits for sure.
At the beginning, we used to go to conventions and people will come over and be like, really, laser tattoo removal at a tattoo convention? And then little by little, they're like, oh, now they understand, because a lot of tattoo artists that, for example, are doing big pieces or like a full back piece, and the person has this little tattoo on the shoulder that, you know, doesn't go with the theme that they're trying to go with, you know, they need it removed. So it goes together no matter what.
Yep.
You know, it helps in
Yeah.
any way.
I mean, in the industry that I'm in, which is a tattoo more than anything, is a big misconception, the laser. You know, everybody, when you talk to them about it, people until this day, which is a little bit funny, they don't know that the tattoo can be completely removed these days. And people, when you talk to them about laser, the first thing they talk about is the burning. You know, so there's a lot of misconceptions still about the laser, and we're trying to break the barrier and bring the people in and show them that it's just another option that can help everybody to either have an option of removing or covering in an easier way. Because sometimes you can take. I tell my clients of cover up is not when it's a cover up is not exactly what you want, but what you can get. So you have to commit. Now with the laser, you have the option if you're patient enough to get exactly what you want, and that's what we're giving to the people.
Right. Well, I love to hear that. And I'm glad you guys are bringing up, specific examples that you're thinking of too. That's great to hear. So you did mention that you're very, very busy. I believe you said it was a couple months booked out. Do you guys ever take, walk-ins, or are you pretty booked up and busy?
At this point, before we used to, at this point, not so much, unless somebody walks in at the right time where we could have, I don't know, a little bit of time in the schedule that is not booked or something like that. I mean, we always try to accommodate everybody as much as we can, but we try to just book in advance, because that way we can block the time that the client would really need. That way we don't have to rush them through anything, and it's just a smooth session.
Yeah. Well, that's great to hear, especially with the, months out. We know that laser tattoo removal, it's becoming much more popular. There's more education about it and more resources and whatnot. So it's great to hear that people are actually taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
So I guess my last question for you guys is, what advice could you offer to somebody who's looking into starting a tattoo and or tattoo removal business?
Well, first take the class. They're gonna love it. Do obviously all your research. And it doesn't take too much for someone to start the business. Obviously, the purchasing of the machine is a big deal. But you really just need to start a small place. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It could be a small office. And then start that way, and you'll grow from there. We didn't start this big. We started a lot smaller than this.
I think if I had to say anything to anybody about this business is, if you can, we started very small. We started very little and very slow. Give it time. Get into like a good relationship with the person that you get the machine, because only they can help you. Anybody that gets into this is going to be new to it. And be patient with your clients. Make them understand that this takes time. This is very, very, very long process for the people that want to, like, their tattoo clients they want to get tattooed tomorrow or today. The laser removal is like we're looking at months and months. So, if you start slow and little by little build up your own portfolio when it comes to laser tattoo removal, soon you're not going to have much to worry about. We started very small, very slow, and that's what allows us to be where we are now.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think anybody really looking into this will really appreciate that advice. It definitely, is maybe a slow start at first, but it pays off in the long end for sure. And you guys have seen that
Just like
firsthand.
any new business, it always takes time for it to grow.
Mhm.
And the results will be there no matter what. I started just 4 days a month, as opposed to now doing this full time. And I never thought I was going to be doing this full time. I already had my career and everything. And look where am I today.
At the beginning, we were using samples from Astanza, showing what it can do, but it wasn't really our samples until we went months and months of like doing it once a week, one maybe two people. That gives you 4 to 8 people a month. Where now we can do a lot of people a month.
We can do anywhere from 17 clients a day. Sometimes.
Yeah.
We opened up a later shift as well until 7 p.m. So
It's growing.
Yeah, you guys are constantly growing. I love to hear that. Well, I think that's all the questions I had for you guys today. Thank you so much for talking to me. I know your schedule is obviously very, very busy. So thank you for taking the time out today to talk to me. I'm super, super happy that we got to dive in. Yeah, of course. I know I can speak on behalf of everyone at Astanza. We're just so happy to have you guys as our clients and part of our, Astanza family. And we can't, wait to see what you guys have in store in the future. And I know it's going to be continual growth and continual transformation for years to come.
In the plans.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yes.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you
very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.